I know it's not just me. We all have to do estimates for free. It's part of the custom cabinet industry. Sure, you can maybe recoup some of that time if you get the job, but it would be nice to know that doing a standard estimate is only going to take you 1, maybe 2 hours, and then you're back in the shop rather than at your desk all day.
I'm sure you know that feeling, where you sit down at 8 a.m. to start that estimate you've been putting off, and the next thing you know, 3:30, and you're not quite done. You just have to double-check you remember to calculate your materials and all the hardware correctly.
For years, I used spreadsheets just like everyone else, but spreadsheets break. You forget to update a material price, or you forget to charge for the labor to assemble your dovetail drawers, and suddenly you lost $500 on a job.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
With today's prices and low profit margins, one mistake and you're barely breaking even. I thought there had to be a better way. So I set out to make a cloud-based web app that can take a lot of the guesswork out of the estimating process. Let's take a look at CabEstimator's settings and database. This is where you set up your shop. The secret to quoting fast is knowing your baseline costs. Before I even look at a blueprint, I make sure my hourly shop rate, overhead, and material yields are locked in. If you're like a lot of us out there, not knowing if we have calculated our overhead and labor burden correctly, well, we have added this handy calculator to help you check or figure out those important calculations. Just open the calculator, enter your labor figures, and click Apply to Settings. Then input your known costs for your overhead and click Apply to Settings. Or if you already know these numbers, you can just type them in. If this is the first time using CabEstimator, then you will want to go into Settings and set things up for your shop. Here is where you set your labor times, finishing, and install costs. Next, we have your project defaults, and custom drop-down lists. Now let's take a look at the material and hardware database. This is where you can add new items, change pricing, delete, or change the name of your regularly used materials and hardware. If a sheet of 3/4 maple goes up by $10, I update it here once, and it updates all my future quotes, without changing a quote I did last month. Okay, now that we have our setup complete, we can start a new estimate. Your estimates will get the next available number automatically. Let's take a look at the project info. We can set things like the job name, client, status, color, and add some general job notes. You can set the rough date required to start with. Once you send the estimate to your client, set the date here. The dashboard will remind you if this goes beyond your set follow-up days. If the job site is at a different address than the client's, set that here. This is also where you come back to set the job status as it goes through all the different stages. Let's quote a standard kitchen. I select my default box material, my drawer style, and my door style. Of course, you can also set the size, the number of doors, drawers, pullouts, and shelves. There are also some custom options here, like adding a face frame and finishing to the interior and/or the exterior of the cabinet. Now watch how fast this is. I just add my base cabinets, and my drawer stacks.
This is almost too easy. Let's add a blind corner. The nice part is I can just click the duplicate button. This gives me a head start on the cabinet. Then I just change a few of the settings. How about a pantry cabinet? With 4 doors, some pullouts, and of course shelves. Now let's add a couple uppers. Oops, this one will need glass doors. CabEstimator is also able to allow separate rooms or walls on the estimate. You can customize the names on the settings page. So why don't we add a kitchen island? We can add a drawer base. We display the running cost and sell price total for each area/room so you and your client can see exactly what each room costs. Let's continue. Maybe a sink base. And let's add one more. How about a 24-inch standard base? Like I said, this is easy. One more upper. Now that we have our cabinets, let's add our parts and or gable, etc. Here is why this is better than a spreadsheet. For this base cabinet, the software already calculated the exact square footage of sheet goods for the carcass and drawers. It automatically calculated the board feet of solid wood needed for the face frame, including my 30% waste factor. Plus, if you hover over, you can see the cost splits. Each area has its own scope of work notes input with document-style formatting. It even counted the 3 pairs of undermount slides, drawer pulls, and added the assembly labor for the 3 drawer boxes based on my shop speed. And then we have it display all the required materials and hardware at the bottom of the estimate, so you can see everything you need to know. When it's time to get the deposit, enter it here. You can keep track of your draws as well. Are you running a promotion, or do you want to give the friends and family discount? We've got you covered. Oh, I almost forgot, we didn't charge for the installation. You can choose between a percentage or a per box amount.
From here, I generate a clean, professional, itemized PDF to send to the client. I can also print out a full, detailed internal copy for our file.
Oh, and if your shop doesn't use the itemized list format, well, we put that in there too. You don't have to worry about hitting that save button. We autosave for you as you work on your estimate. If you want to update an estimate to the most current pricing or a new markup percentage, just hit the Sync Pricing button. We also save a snapshot of your estimate's pricing. If you are tired of spending your evenings doing math and you want to try the exact tool you just saw in this video, it's called CabEstimator. I've opened it up for other shops to use. There's a link in the description for a 14-day free trial so you can plug in your own shop's numbers and see how it works for you. Let me know in the comments how long it usually takes you to quote a kitchen. See you in the next one.